Ooh, I look frozen. No, I'm not frozen. Hey, I feel so good. My gosh, the light has come up so quickly. And I was thinking about that when we welcome in the sacred divine mother to guide us, to wake us up, to call us into action, to call us into our holy divine sacred glory, beauty and strength and wisdom, to call us into healing. The light rises incredibly quickly in moments, just like the light has today. It was dark here. Hey, gorgeous Becca. It was dark here just only moments ago. And what a potent, hey, gorgeous Charisma. Happy Mother's Day to everybody. Some people know my story. I haven't always had the easiest relationship with key people in my life. And it's definitely been incredibly challenging. And one of the ways that I have really been able to rise up despite the trauma, the anguish and the pain, hey beautiful, is to invoke and call upon the Divine Mother. Because when we can do that, no matter what has happened in the human realm of relationship, we can always feel into that divine and sacred connection with the invisible powers and forces that be. Hey Tracy, to guide us, to love us, to hold us. And it's actually the only way that I know how to live my life. Charlie's walking over there. I can't know if you can see her. It's 6 a.m. here, or 6 something. Hey, gorgeous Tracy, 6:20. I was just using an analogy that just only moments ago it was actually pitch dark. I left in darkness and I'm coming home in light. So a simple, beautiful and sacred mantra that you can use is, I now invoke the Divine Mother to cast out all burdens, pain and trauma from my mind, body and soul. And in this moment I am whole, in this moment I am healed, in this moment I am the sacred, holy, divine, in this moment I choose to love myself, and in this moment I welcome in the love and the guidance and the power and the connection and the just heartfelt peace in my mind, body and soul. In this moment I choose to welcome in the Divine Mother. I choose to be in my power. I choose to welcome in the Holy Divine and to see that I am divine. I was explaining to a client some of my journey. She was asking me questions yesterday around abuse, trauma, emotional abuse, physical illness, chronic illness. I had a benign tumor in my uterus. I had 3 surgeries. I had blood poisoning. I've had chronic health issues from eating disorders, which was really a soul disorder. That started very young. I started popping pills at about 19 when I moved to New York City. Hey, gorgeous, powerful priestess. I have been betrayed by those who love me the most. And that it's not coming from being a victim. I'm telling you and sharing this story because I choose to rise. I choose to be the vixen. I choose to love and open my heart no matter how much it has been shattered. I choose to take my brokenness and decide that I will now be whole. That I now will use my ability and my depth of understanding, because when we have experienced profound, hey gorgeous Belinda, profound trauma in our lives, that is when we invoke the divine forces that can pass it on to activate others, to lead others into their holy divine. Through being broken and smashed and exhausted and shattered and literally, oh my God, like I literally had to rebuild my entire body. I was on intravenous antibiotics for a month and a half, 3 surgeries later. And I remember getting down on my hands and knees and praying. And that's when my sacred divine relationship with the divine began. Through feeling completely and utterly shattered. And that's when I began to pray, and you've probably heard of this statement, get down on your hands and knees and start praying and never leave that position. So every day I am cultivating an act of prayer. Every day I'm calling in for divine support. I do not work alone, and you shouldn't either, because when we're working from will, it is force. When we're working from I, it is incredibly hard. right? But when working from the collective sisterhood and from the divine mother and the divine Christ consciousness, that is when we rise. And we rise from a place of strength and courage and nourishment, right? Oh boy. So, do not be confused. I am a very passionate, optimistic woman, but I have experienced incredible pain. And that is what has actually made me strong, right? It made me incredibly strong. And I was speaking to someone last night about it, and what came to me is I've learned how to cultivate incredible personal power. It doesn't mean I don't have challenges. It doesn't mean that I still sometimes don't get thrown out. It doesn't mean that everything is always perfect. However, when you can live this way in divine and sacred ritual, when you can cultivate, sorry, there's cars going by, that sense of unity and collective consciousness, welcoming in the divine, being supported by your sisterhood, being supported by yourself no matter what, becoming your own divine mother as well, whilst welcoming in these beautiful new soul connections, we rise. We rise in ways we could have never imagined. So I will not allow anyone to throw me off my axis. That is my choice. That is what I mean by cultivating personal power. After suffering some abuse in my life, I didn't even realize that I could say no. No to the conversation, no to the drama. I will not be part of this conversation. I will not participate. I send you so much love, and I will not participate in this conversation. I will not. Wow, there's some dogs really going crazy here. I will not, come on Charlie, I will not buy into your need for that constant conversation to be going on to make you feel powerful. And I don't have any animosity or hate or anything for anybody. I just have love. But I choose not to buy into it. I choose to separate myself. I choose to not be part of that story, your story. I don't need to protect it. I mean, I don't need to fix it. I don't need to do anything except to just be in my own loving, divine and sacred presence. I need to focus on my own energy, my own emotion, my own thoughts, my own frequency. And that is all each of us really need to do, right? So call on the divine, see yourself as divine and holy no matter what, and you will rise. There's actually no other way for you to go. When you get down on your hands and knees and you start to invoke a prayer, you start to embody the energy and the frequency of the life that you're now moving into by being consciously aware of what it is that you truly desire, what your true calling is. The only way is up, because you've actually energetically shifted your frequency. And I'll tell you, oh my gosh, whenever I create a new invocation, whenever I start to embody the frequency of my next level, I am carried, I am loved, I am guided, I am supported, and every single thing that is not in alignment with that, including anything that I'm holding on to, any resistance, any lower level energies or beliefs, will be released. Hey, gorgeous Tracy, I've been thinking about you a lot. I'll reach out to you in the next 24 hours. So guys, have a divine and sacred day. Got to go and shoot some video, get my makeup done, take care of my 4-year-old. And I'm just sending you so much love. Okay guys, you're the holy divine. Always welcome in and bring in and live with that divine support. I gave a mantra at the beginning of this video, so go back and watch it if you haven't seen it. Really, no matter what has happened to you, you are whole, you are sacred. Do not take on the thoughts, emotions, and the hell of others and make it your own. That's what I see happen a lot with women. They make it their problem, or they make it about them, that they are somehow failed when you haven't at all. So release that. Release, 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 and come back to your sacred self. Okay guys, sending you so much love. Bye Tracy.